Hey you guys, welcome back to another second channel video. This right here will be the analysis of Angelo, the Italian alcoholic. Okay, so Bari is actually where my family is from, so that is why I wanted to use it as the setting.
Hey, cucciolo.
Cucciolo means puppy in Italian, so I wanted to include a few Italian words because at the time I was just learning Italian.
What? Why?
We need milk. The medicine is on the counter.
So basically, Angelo's dad pulls a milk moment and just never comes back.
Just make sure she takes it.
But
Okay, so it's not that Angelo's dad didn't love Angelo's mom. It's more that his dad just didn't love him. Okay, so as you can obviously see, this is his wound from where he got stabbed, and the cop probably took him to a hospital. So basically, in the Bridge Nomad Beyond, Angelo talks about how he loved making stone bridges. So as you could see, boom, stone bridge. And then he gets paid like €2 for making that bridge. Like, he gets paid nothing.
wait! That man in the back, he worked for you, but now he's dead. So you need someone new. I can take his place.
See, okay, Angelo, he's really not an idiot. He's dumb, and like, he doesn't have much common sense, but he does think things through. Like, he did just point out, like, hey, that guy worked for you, but now he's dead, so there's a job opening. So see, he made a lot of money from that. And then he throws up because he just cleaned up a dead body.
I told him moving to some island would be bad for business, but so far he's done nothing but prove me wrong.
It is true. This is why I don't like Sicily, because the Italian mafia, they moved there.
You're my right-hand man, Angelo.
Look at this gaslighting. Okay, think of him like Gus Fring, and then Pino is like Don Eladio, you know, from Breaking Bad. They're both doing the same thing, just, you know, Pino is so much better at it. So, okay, so Angelo's a little pansy, so when a beautiful girl looks at him, he dives under, like, behind, like, trash or whatever that is.
Are you borderline insane?
See, okay, Angelo, he doesn't have that much confidence in himself because, I mean, as mentioned earlier, you know, he was bullied and stuff, probably got rejected by a bunch of girls, so a girl telling him, like, hey, you're cute, he's like, what? Honestly, this is one of my favorite scenes in this entire video. Angelo and Bianca, they really do have, like, this very, like, puppy love. It's just very, like, cutesy and stuff, you know? Okay, so basically, she's like, hey, let's go into this abandoned building, but Angelo is still Angelo, so he's scared. He's like, nah, no.
Business has been doing really good, actually.
So, okay, it's never clear what they actually sold. Odds are it was some form of drug, though.
Full murder mode on him.
So, basically, Angelo, okay, he doesn't like Nicola, but also he doesn't feel safe being right next to Pino.
Around by your employees.
So, see, okay, if Angelo didn't kill them, Pino probably would have killed his brother.
No!
Gus Fring moment.
What explosion thing?
Okay, so obviously Angelo knows what happens. He just needed to act dumb
I don't have a TV.
because he's poor. That part was true.
Trying to mutter out a word. He kept saying like and something.
AK, he was trying to say Angelo.
Personally, I don't buy it though.
You don't?
No.
Okay, Angelo sounds so suspicious because he's like, you know, I really like this girl. I don't want her to find out that I, you know, killed those guys.
It's okay. I feel the same way.
Here's your wait, really?
Anyways,
Okay. Sorry. Okay, you see, they kind of have like a Romeo and Juliet thing going on where it was like love at first sight.
oh, okay, frick, yeah, great, what time?
2 o'clock.
Okay, I'm sorry. I haven't watched this in a long time, and this is more funny than I thought.
Great, what time?
2 o'clock sound good?
Yep, see you then.
He doesn't even care what time. He's like, honestly, it could be at 2 in the morning. I'll be there.
Come on, Fiocco, let's go get you some.
Okay, so Fiocco was actually the name of my great uncle's dog back in Italy, but he died, the dog, I don't know, a few years ago, something like that.
Did she like the penne with the panna and tuna?
That right there is my favorite Italian meal.
Hey, he's my son, not a dog.
So this is, you know, more talking about my uncle. He loved Fiocco like a son, so obviously that is kind of talking about that.
Oh, you're also my wife, so I don't know. Whatever.
So, you know, this kind of reveals like, hey, in those past 6 years, these two got married.
She's just a little much sometimes.
Okay, for Angelo to say that someone's a little like too much, that's so funny to me.
Because I already said we're going.
Ugh, fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But we don't drink.
So, okay, keep in mind, this is called Angelo the Italian Alcoholic. We are a little more than halfway through, and still, we don't know how he got that name. So that's kind of the climax of all this, but I'll get to that later.
A pina colada?
I just like pina coladas, so that's why.
He did it for me.
So she realizes, like, wait, Angelo is the one that, you know, killed the mafia members, but she doesn't care. And honestly, she would have probably never brought it up to him if she did end up living later on. Just because it didn't matter to her. She was like, that was so long ago, and it was for a good cause, so I don't care. Bro just looks like a villain.
No, I'm just not feeling it.
Okay, so these villagers were extremely annoying, which is why in like Planky's character video and whatever, just other videos, I try not to use villagers as like, you know, background characters, just because they're so annoying to work with. They will go in front of you, they'll move you, it's so annoying.
Okay, I'll just finish this.
Why is this villager just staring at Bianca?
Hey, what happened? Someone call an ambulance now!
So basically, this is a reference to In the Heights, where shoot what's the main dude, Usnavi, where he yells for someone to call 911. This right here, I think, is my actual overall favorite scene of everything, because this right here is the climax where Angelo gets his name, Angelo the Italian Alcoholic. This is when he becomes an alcoholic. At this point, he lost his wife. He didn't care about anything anymore. So he went inside, got drunk, and that's how he got addicted. And also, if you notice, he's drinking rum because that's his drink of choice.
He's drugging women for his own benefit. I'm calling the cops.
So that's when Angelo realizes, like, hold up, this bartender drugs people? He drugged my wife. Well, poisoned my wife.
It's not.
So basically, Angelo, he just hid in the bathroom until they closed.
And apparently, you're willing to kill them too.
So, okay, Angelo is a self-proclaimed, like, loser. Like, he thinks that he's, like, bottom of the food chain. But this is the one time where he's like, hey, buddy, I'm above you. She chose me because you suck. So, Angelo just totally loses it. And he's like, I am going to avenge my wife. And that's what he does.
Killing that man.
It's very interesting now, because at the very beginning, I mean, you can obviously see, like, Angelo, he's innocent, and, you know, his bully is the bad guy. But then, you know, we skip to the end, and the roles are flipped. Now, Angelo is the criminal, and the cop is a normal, good person.
Like, did a lot.
That's a Walter White reference, where he's like, I like cooking. I did it for me.
Guts. No, Fiocco!
Yeah, so, you know, Fiocco, he always had Angelo's back, and he's like, I see someone trying to hurt my owner, and then, yeah, he sadly gets shot.
I was too late.
So, since Angelo got drunk, he never came home until the morning, and by that point, she didn't take her meds, and she died. And also, another small thing that I'd like to add, you can see that to the right, that is Angelo's room. Well, quote-unquote room. It's where he sleeps. She died coming up to look for her son to be like, hey, give me my meds, but he wasn't there. Okay, so why does Angelo burn his house? It isn't to hide any evidence or anything. It's purely just symbolic that, like, hey, he's leaving everything in the past and he's gonna start new. He's burning his past. I mean, he lost his wife, his mom, and his dog all in one day. He lost his sobriety too. Angelo has a very depressing story when you think about every single factor.
I know tensions are high right now with everyone fighting each other, but I really need this place.
Okay, so basically what Angelo's talking about is when Angelo came to the Nomad, the New Frontier War was still going on and no one could trust each other. Okay, so this is Angelo being the river monster. Do we know why he killed his guard? I have no idea. So this is the Instagram Red Bull King, and if you watched Anthony's character video, Anthony the Criminal, this right here is the first time that we ever see the King, and we hear about, you know, the Nomad and Instagram Red Bull's business relations.
I delivered your stash.
So as you can see, Angelo is now covered in like dirt and stuff because he was running around.
I'm gonna go clean off in a pond or something, but do you...
It's funny because he doesn't say like a shower or anything like that. He's like, no, you know, I'm gonna wash off in a pond because I don't know, he's been on the run for at least a few months. Because when he left Italy, it was still winter. And at this point, it's like the end of June.
They have rum, I'll be happy.
So this right here, okay, so what he does is he washes off and then he comes into Smooth Bartenders for the first time. That right there is the first ever skit that I made, the Rum one. Pretty sure that's just called Rum, a Nomad short story. Yeah, that is the first time that we ever see Angelo because this was the first day of him being a quote-unquote citizen. And also, the funny part is that the music that starts playing in the background right here, that is the same music that is played inside the Rum skit.
I'm sorry, Angelo, but Braindad's dead.
So, me and David tried making a video 2 times where Angelo kind of reacts to Braindead's death, but I don't know. Jesus, I started choking. Each time just didn't feel right, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put it into this video right here.
Bye, Dane.
So, okay, that was kind of funny. But anyways, Angelo always tends to resort to just being alone instead of talking with others about things.
Down below, because, like, I'm not gonna judge, of course.
So this whole entire end scene was totally improvised by me. Well, there it is. Angelo, the Italian alcoholic. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and peace.